Hi everybody, I'm Julia. I'm a landscape artist trying to conquer abstract. Come on along. Let's see what kind of mess I get myself into today. Welcome back. Hi everybody. My name's Julia, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm dabbling in abstract. So today I thought I would dabble with you. Does that sound good? So my regular style of painting has been, and is very recognizable, contemporary landscape. I paint trees and water and rocks and flowers and animals. Animals aren't landscape, but you know, I do it. I'm at a point in my journey where I sell well, I sell consistently, I can get my work done, I'm pretty good at studio time and providing for the galleries that carry me. I'm at a point where I'm trying to explore playing a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, I'm always playing with my landscapes, learning a new technique, trying something new, pushing the envelope, always. So I think that's why that journey is kind of taking me into abstract. So I've been watching various abstract painters on YouTube, all sorts of them. And at some point I will list who are my influences. But at this point, I'm just going to experiment today on this canvas that I've stapled to my plywood wall. My husband installed this plywood wall specifically for this reason, so that I could put up unstretched canvas so that it's not as emotionally draining, so that I don't feel like, oh, I'm working on a stretched canvas. It's gotta win. It's gotta be perfect. I wanted to put this up so that I could work on it in abandon. So I don't know how many of you relate. You want to work in an unrestricted way and see what happens. Now, there's all sorts of elements that are happening with that, like, do I know what I'm doing? What is color theory anymore? What does movement mean? What are the elements and principles of design in my abstracts? I get it in my landscapes. So I'm just going to video. I'm going to try to not remember that the camera is on, and I'm going to do my first layer on this stretched canvas. So you can kind of see that there's something underneath. And look, I started a mark and then I went, no, let's record. This is canvas from my printer in Hamilton. And sometimes accidents happen and things are misprinted, or he runs out of ink halfway through and he can't use the canvas. So he has a box of this canvas, which is really handy. And you might want to go to your printer and find out if they have the same. Maybe they'll sell it to you at a really, really, really big discount. And so I gessoed this the other day, and I actually was awake kind of in the middle of the night going, I can't wait to get in tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is turn the camera on and just record me working here, okay? I don't know if I'm going to talk to you, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do a voiceover. We'll see. But you're getting raw work from me today. I might really be embarrassed by the end of the video. So I know you're waiting for me to get stuff done. Let's go. Let's do it. So I am going to try to do a limited palette. I'm going to work with an indigo color, and blues, some creams and whites, maybe black, and then I'm wondering if it's going to be a nickel gold. I'm limiting it. So there's another challenge that I'm doing today. Let's see what happens. I've got this old white tub that I'm using white and Titan white, like unbleached white in it. Okay, I'm gonna try some of the gold. Let me change your point of view. What do you think? Change your point of view? Okay, I think I'm going to let this dry for about half an hour and then I'll turn the camera back on and we'll work on it some more. But that was fun. Did you see? I don't usually get my hands so dirty. I've never liked pottery for that reason because my hands get all dirty. But that was fun to do a few fingerprints and then to flick paint. That was fun too, to scrape in. So over here, some of the black from the underpainting is coming through. That might be fun to reveal. So what do you think? I'm gonna get behind the camera. Oh, it looks like a hot mess, doesn't it? But here, let me put this camera in front of it. So what I'm seeing that I'm gonna have to fix right away, I've almost divided this painting into 4, haven't I? So there's a middle line and then a middle line. So I've almost divided it into 4. So next layer, I've got to solve that. I've got to fix it. This is the most random video, guys. Like, don't judge me. Don't judge my talent by this painting. But look at the fun that happened. There's so much fun happening in here. And this is just the first layer. This is what I'm being taught by all the online abstract artists. This is your first layer. This is what Denny Renaud calls the messy middle. And I get it. And this is the part that makes you feel vulnerable. Because you're like, am I any good? Am I any good? Do I know anything? All right, I'm gonna let it dry and we'll get back to it. So while I have been waiting for that first abstract to dry, I decided to see what would happen in the studio if I didn't have the camera on. So I stapled another canvas over top when it was dry enough. And I'll show you that in a bit. But I decided that I just wanted to kind of let loose. So I decided to do that next one without the camera on. I don't know if I like it any better. I don't know if having the camera on adds stress or not stress. I can see that they're not completely dry. So we'll see where we go. Let's turn the camera around and show you what I did while I was waiting for the initial abstract to dry. Okay, let's take this off the wall. I'm not caring too much, so I simply stapled it in one corner and the other corner. And I can re-staple that. I'll put that back up. Okay, so while I was waiting for this to dry, I did scrape into it. Realized I didn't have the camera on, so you didn't see that. So I scraped into it and I put a little darker patch. So I'm gonna come back over here. Oh, that's better. Do you remember how it looked like it was divided into 4? Let's see if it still looks like it's divided into 4 if I go straight on. No, see, I added that little bit here and then I scraped in up there and it no longer looks like it's been divided into 4. Okay. All right, now let's see what I'm gonna do next. I wanna be radical. I don't wanna fall in love with anything at this point. With the limited palette, I wanna go crazy now. What do I do? And will I wreck it? I don't know, but let's get some paint out. It's after lunch, and let's get some paint out and see what happens. Okay, I'm using 2 colors. I'm using, remember I'm using a Azo Gold and oranges and maybe adding some Indian yellow, don't know yet. And I'm using, it was Prussian blue, which I absolutely love Prussian blue. Prussian blue is so pretty. And we'll get that on there. There's a little bit of orange paint on the palette here. I'm using the lid of my Magello, trying to get more surface space. Now, somebody I was watching said, you know, try to get a larger surface to put on your paint. So I'm gonna get a piece of glass that'll fit my table, tape the edges or a mirror, whatever, and start using that to get some bigger strokes. So I did a lot of this painting with this fluff brush today. So I'm gonna try to use another brush for this next level. And I'm gonna get some fresh water. Okay, do I unstaple it? You know what, let's do that. Let's turn it around. I know it's a lot of work because it's stapled in, but that's why I only did 4 corners. I did not staple it all around. So let's see what happens. Maybe I'll just do the top 2. All right, what do we think of it upside down? Okay, kind of cool. Upside down, I feel like I want more weight here. So I'm just gonna go for it because I might mess it up, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna use Prussian white. I'm gonna put some white in this thing. I haven't really used a black to get any darker tones. Perhaps I need to do that, but I figured that the indigo, the Prussian blue is pretty dark already. It's pretty dark. Okay, do I want this brush? Here goes. This is definitely the messy middle. Oh yeah. You may be thinking, what the heck is she doing? And she is thinking the exact same thing. What the heck is she doing? If you are an abstract painter and you are watching me, are you seeing genius at work, or are you saying what the heck? What the heck is this woman doing? Okay, I'm gonna leave that to dry before I completely destroy it. I don't know. There's things about it that I like, so perhaps it might become its own painting right here. Like, that's kind of fun. If that was stretched on something, like it's a small, there's a nice composition right there. I don't know what's happening here, so this might have to be painted over, but that's what abstract artists do, don't they? Is they paint over things. I'm resisting the urge to do black, and we've got just these three colors, the Prussian blue, the orange, and then there was a little bit of red, like a hot magenta. Are you sensing any colors that need to be added? Beats the heck out of me. Beats the heck out of me. This might be my successful spot. Okay. Well, there you have it. I don't know if this is going to become a successful day in the studio. I did wake up this morning saying I was going to play. So if anything, this video is for you, to permission for you to play and make a mess, and make a very hot mess. I'm actually going to turn the camera off, play some more. I hope you play in your studio today. Tell me if there's anything redeemable. We'll see. I tend to be the type of artist that works at it until I win. So it might become the very wonderful messy middle or messy first layers of a very successful painting in the future. Watch and see. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video.